Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a podcast named Tim, a father and son movie review podcast. Available everywhere audio podcasts are. If you have Stitcher, iTunes, Spotify, Castbox, all of those places. And of course, we do record and distribute through Anchor, our sponsor. More on them later. Please give us a rating and review on your audio platform of choice. Of course, check us out on YouTube as well, where we do a video version of the podcast, as well as some Power Ranger reviews, some Star Wars stuff, some board game stuff, hoping to bring some video game stuff coming here forward. So we got all the entertainment covered. We have a website, podcast named tim.com. You can look at all the 400 movies we have reviewed, click on the movie poster, and listen to our thoughts on that film. I'm Zach. Dad, how are you today, good sir?
Fan-double-tastic.
Fan-double-tastic.
You know why double?
Because your wife's not there?
That's it. Nick Cage double feature.
Oh, yes.
The second annual.
This is the second annual Nicolas Cage week. Next week, we're going to be doing beach summer theme movies. So if you want to listen to what we're going to be reviewing, stay and listen to the end. But this week is Nicolas Cage week. We're doing Primal from 2019 and Willy's Wonderland from 2021. Before we get into those, what else you been watching? What's up?
You know what I've been watching, because I started
You did tell me.
Friday when the fam left, began Hannibal. It's a 39 episode show.
Yeah.
3 seasons, and I am on number 34.
Woo! So it must have been good.
Been a binge. I like it. Let me start by saying, first of all, I am shocked this was ever on network television.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Very graphic.
Mm-hmm.
Not until this season wasn't a whole lot of sexual graphic stuff. Just besides very, very violent, bloody murders, he then eats them. So again, I'm just this whole. Plus, it's artsy. It's just not network television. This is very strange. I would have definitely expected this to be on one of the pay channels, which might have been a little better because they might have been able to even step it up a little more. I don't think it needed to, but it's been good. It's gone off the rails a few times.
Okay.
In the middle of the episode, in the middle of the seasons, it kind of tries to get a little too crazy and goes off the rails, but it always seems to get back on just in time for the cliffhanger to get you to the next season. So I'm almost done with now. At this point now, there's a couple characters in it that are a little overzealous. But I'm going to, of course, finish because I'm this close. And I don't know if it has. I need to check this out and see if it has the same director all the way through, or a lot of different directors. Because if it doesn't, they all have. It's beautifully shot. It's got some really, really cool looking scenes, cinematography, directing, and they have an amazement with liquid. Anytime there's any liquid being used. Mm-hmm. Blood, coffee, water, rain. They always slow it up and do some, splashing and swirling and a lot of. But pretty, very cool. The drops and the coffee and the stuff is really cool. I don't know how to describe it.
Well, I watched a lot this week. I watched The Mitchells vs. Machines. Review for that is on YouTube. So check it out there. I thought it was good. I thought it was fun. Very frenetic.
Ooh.
Kind of very frenetic style of humor.
There you go.
I watched Army of the Dead.
Haven't got that yet. That's probably tonight.
Review for that is on YouTube. I won't spoil anything. It is okay. There's some things I don't think you will like about it, but there's some things you will like about it.
I've definitely seen mixed reviews online.
It is a very mixed bag.
Everything from wow, what an action-packed great movie to Zack Snyder sucks again.
You could
So,
easily argue any of those points.
good. Well, I will let you
Um,
know after I watch it tonight.
yeah, I watched a few minutes of Jungle Beat, the movie. It was boring. It's on Netflix. About some alien that comes to planet Earth and animals. Daughter wasn't interested, so we stopped that. I'm going through my list here. Watched it's Memorial Day weekend, so I'm starting a new Memorial Day weekend tradition. Watching all the original trilogy of Star Wars. I'm midway through Empire. I'm having to watch it in pieces because children. But midway through Empire, um,
Excuse me.
and of course always enjoying those. And I watched Home, the
Yeah,
Jim
why did that show up on the like number 2 spot on Netflix? That's
I don't know,
odd.
maybe because it just dropped or something. Me and the wife both fell asleep during the movie.
Oh, I love that movie.
I fell asleep.
Really,
Yeah,
I liked it.
I think we were just tired. We had a long day of being
Joe
outside.
Parsons.
Yeah, it was okay. I got enough of the movie for what it was.
That's it. Yeah, I didn't mind it.
And then watching hockey. Watching hockey, man. My Vegas Golden Knights won this uh, 3 seasons in a row. They have been up in a series, a 7-game series. They've been up 3-1 and had to go to a game 7.
It's all fixed.
Not ideal. Not ideal, but they were able to take care of business against the Wild. And tonight, as of this recording, we're playing the Colorado Avs. My buddy from college's team, he lives out in Colorado. He was an Avs fan even before that. So have to have some stuff to talk about with him. They're probably going to win, but that's okay.
Chelsea beat Manchester City.
Yeah, good things happening.
Got a lot through that in.
Yeah, but and then I watched these movies. I watched the Nicolas Cage movies. So
I think I did watch something else that I wanted to talk about, but I have no idea what it is this time.
okay,
It'll just pop in my head in the middle of something, and I'll interrupt the show as I always do.
that's all right. That's all right. We have a formula. We got to stick to it.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a quick moment to pause then, and we'll start with Primal. But before we do that, again, a word from our sponsor. So Primal came out in 2019, has an R rating, 1 hour and 37-minute runtime, a 4.9 on IMDb, a 36 on the tomato meter, and a 25 from the audience score. It, of course, stars Nicolas Cage. And the other people, is it Fimica? Is that how you say her name?
I have no clue, but we'll go with it.
Fimica, Jennison, Kevin Durant, LaMonica Garrett, and I'm just gonna call him Mike. What's it? Christopher, because I don't know.
Christopher.
Yeah.
Christopher.
And basically,
Imperelli.
yeah, Michael Imperelli or something like that.
I always forget how to say his name. I don't know
why. But anyway, so
Spider.
Yeah, this was my.
Did he play Spider?
I don't
No.
think so. No. He looks like him.
Yeah.
This was my selection for the week. The plot is basically what's his name? Nicolas Cage he catches wildlife illegally and sells it to zoos and into people. He's
Frank Walsh.
Yes, Frank Walsh, and he catches a white jaguar, which he then has to ship to. I think he's going to Mexico. When he gets on the ship, unfortunately, a deadly assassin has been caught. A criminal, a rogue agent is on board, and I don't know if they're the FBI, but some feds are on the board with him, and they're trying to transport this prisoner. Of course, he gets out, and things do not go well. What did you think of this film?
Let's break it down, right?
Right.
Premise, kind of cool. I didn't mind the premise.
It's got a snakes on a plane.
It's been done. It was like 10 different movies put in together. It reminded me of the Under Siege movies, and we put in some stuff. Kevin Durant always turns in a good bad guy. That's what he does. Story flowed. Really crappy CGI for the leopard.
That's okay.
That was pretty bad. Liked some of the scenes, like the monkeys, when the monkeys were eating the people. That was hilarious. Made me laugh. Had a jump scare, and I do not jump scare very often. I mean, Amy gets so irritated because she tries to jump scare me with movies and video. The monkey jumping at the window, or what's the name was coming, I literally jumped. That was a good one. Now, what ruined this movie? Nicolas Cage's acting was so bad. It wasn't even Nicolas Cage bad. It was, oh, wow. Did he just, there's that Nick Cage character.
Yeah.
And he was there, but it's like you forgot how to be Nick Cage. It was forced. It was bad. It was bad acting. Other than that, it was just, what would have been in the 90s a straight-to-video movie, straight to Blockbuster. You'd have got it. You'd have picked it up sometime, probably one off the good shelf from that one, just because Nick Cage in it. And it was all right. I mean, I didn't hate it. I wasn't like, oh, my God, why'd I have to watch this?
Right.
Will I watch it again? No.
Yeah.
If somebody asks me, should I watch it? I'll give them some, if you want to goof off for a couple hours or an hour and a half, go ahead. That's my review. It was all right.
I thought it was good. I actually thought that it was not Nicolas Cage who mailed it in for the performance. I thought it was Famke Janssen. I thought her performance was the worst of the film, and she's a good actress. She's been in a lot of good things. Obviously, she has. But
she was looking a little rough. I'm thinking maybe this was after a rehab stint. Something was wrong.
She mailed it in.
She did mail it in. I could see her hating her agent the entire time she was doing this. She really was. And Michael, look, he's never been a great actor. He's Christopher, period. Yep. I've never really seen him in anything else I've ever liked him in. He was useless. I don't know why we paid more money than we probably could have paid someone else to do his part. He looked kind of silly.
His subplot was unnecessary and
totally unnecessary
and unfulfilled. They didn't even give us a direct answer on if he was an agent or not.
Yeah, I have no idea if he had another reason he was trying to get him out of that, or personal reason, or I was waiting for him to be delivered him to a mob guy or something. That's true.
Yeah, that was my really big beef with the movie. I liked. Look, we talked about it when we did. Last year we did a week where we did a lot of Korean films, and they were like all on trains, and we talked about how the claustrophobic nature of a train just creates for additional tension. Same thing with a boat. Right. Stuck on a boat, it just that look and that feel of being stuck there with the animals.
You ain't going nowhere.
It's the same gimmick with it's snakes on a plane, but they just had a larger variety of animals.
And LaMonica Garrett was good at it.
Yeah, he was good. Yeah, he was.
I like him and stuff. I think 24. I think I saw him or something. He was actually good at it.
I thought this was actually a solid flick. Like you said, the CGI was what it was for the budget, but I thought it had some good action and some good. I was glued. Sometimes you get some of these movies and you're like, all right, let me just.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to see where it was going.
But no, it was really, really good, and I really enjoyed it. Did you see who directed the film?
Nick Powell.
Do you know who Nick Powell is?
I don't know that. I looked on my cheat sheet.
Nick Powell. And I have a visitor into the studio, but Nick Powell is also the director of Outcast, which I did not know until I did not know when I picked this movie. So this is his second. This is his second Nick Cage team up, and compared to Outcast, which Nick Powell film do you prefer?
This one.
I think you're right, but I like both of them, so I'd like to see some.
I didn't like Outcast at all. Samantha, which did you like?
Yeah, what did you think? Did you like the movie Outcast or the movie Primal better?
Both of them.
Both of them. Good answer. She's a Nick Cage mark. What can I say?
Yeah, she's a mark.
Yep. All right, why don't you go get mommy, okay?
She really liked leaving Las Vegas.
That's her favorite.
She said it was a feel-good movie of the year.
We watch it pretty much like in the morning before we're getting ready to go places. We just cut on a little, leave it off.
That's right. Gets her
Uh,
pumped for the day.
yeah, I didn't see any other useful trivia that
Hi,
I.
Papa.
Hi, sweetheart.
Yeah, I didn't see any other helpful trivia. Although it should be noted that Nicolas Cage, Kevin Durant, and Famke Janssen have all appeared in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yes, I have.
So,
Ghost
yeah,
Rider and what is her Phoenix? No, what's her?
she was Dark Phoenix, Jean Grey,
Yeah,
and he was someone in one of the Wolverine movies.
I
So
bet he was a bad guy.
probably I forgot which one he was in, but he was in one of the Wolverine movies. Which you know what? Those are underrated movies. They're not as bad as everyone says they are.
Ah, all right.
I have not seen Logan though, so that was
Never saw Logan.
and I have been waiting
My
to
mom.
find it on
on
somewhere for free
I don't
somewhere
want
or so that we can review it because I do think we will watch it eventually for the show.
Okay.
Okay, well let's take a quick moment to pause. So Willy's Wonderland came out in 2021, TV MA rating, which I thought was weird. I don't know why it has an MA rating and not like a R or
Right.
but 1 hour and 28-minute runtime. Has a 5.6 on IMDb, a 62 on the tomato meter, and a 73 from the audience. It is, of course, stars Nicolas Cage, and I don't recognize any of these other names. Maybe Beth Grant. I think I've seen her in something.
Yeah, she's been in a lot of stuff.
But that's about it. It is basically Five Nights at Freddy's. There's a Chuck E. Cheese ripoff, Willy's Wonderland, where you don't want to be at night, and basically Nicolas Cage's character, which we'll get into in a little bit, his car messes up. He makes a deal saying if you go to this place and clean up the store, then we will in the morning give you your car repaired. You don't got to pay for the repairs, and that's it. You just got to survive, baby. Of course, some demonic animatronics maybe in his way. This was your selection, so I guess I'll go first. This missed the mark for me for a variety of reasons. It's a very mixed bag, and I actually watched a review because I was having trouble formulate my thoughts about it, just because it is such a mixed bag. Because there's a lot of really good things in it, and then there's some things that I think they missed the mark on. I think that it was really close, really, really close to being what we wanted out of it. But I think I prefer the Banana Splits movie, and I wasn't a huge fan of that compared these two because they're very similar. What did you think of Willy's Wonderland?
Yeah, I was with you that it kind of missed the mark. I didn't hate it. I still enjoyed myself when I was done. I was okay. I was entertained.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, it stole the whole Doc Hollywood, car breaking down, and I got to work it. I got to stay here and work it off.
Yeah.
So instead of being a country doctor, he had to be the janitor. They got the one thing they got right. No lines for Nick Cage. Don't let him talk.
I disagree.
Don't make him talk.
I disagree adamantly.
I thought that was great. I thought it was fantastic. They did that. I know they didn't do it for the reason I'm saying they did it. It was just that was what they wanted to do. I thought it made the character kind of interesting. Because I wanted to know about him. I wanted to know more. Why did he drink the soda? What was the deal with the soda? I was, the kid, Terrell Hill. He was the best actor in the thing. That was actually a good performance.
Yeah, he did good.
He was good.
Yeah.
I've seen him in a couple things, I think. Other than that, like I said, I didn't really. The rest of the people, nobody could really act or anything.
I thought
it was interesting. I like how I loved the Shining references. Those were fantastic.
Am I missing something?
I'm thinking the wrong movie. Yeah, it's the wrong movie. Never mind. What
Is
did I
it
watch
the other?
that Shaggy references in it?
Is it the other thing you watched this week that you were trying to remember?
Yeah, never mind. I loved it was Hannibal. The Hannibal's on my brain.
That's all right.
Hannibal's got a lot of Shining references.
Okay. Okay.
Anyway, because I was seeing him in the bathroom cleaning the bathroom. When he curbed the animal, that was fantastic. That was hilarious. Curbed him in the urinal. That was hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I liked the characters looking. I couldn't imagine that there would ever be a reason to put a weasel as a children's character.
I mean, Chuck E. Cheese is a mouse.
No, he's a mouse. Mickey Mouse is one of the most beloved characters.
Actually, I think Chuck E. Cheese is not a mouse. I think he's specifically a rat.
He looks like a rat. But I think they call him a mouse. I don't know what they call him. But it's still a weasel. That's horrible. Anyway, Nicolas Cage. I liked that he was going to do the job he was assigned come hell or high water.
Yes.
He didn't let the creatures get him. He didn't, even after he knew that this was all a setup and a gimmick and he was probably going to, not make it through. He was going to clean that place and have it looking right no matter what. I love when right after he cleaned the room, they started messing it up and you could just see that look in his face like that's what he was irritated about. He wasn't irritated about the fact that they were trying to take his life. They messed up his cleaning job. It was completely, it was dumb, but it was fun dumb.
Yeah. I think it needed a little bit more horror elements and a little bit more comedy elements. Both. But I think the issue, I think the biggest issue I had was that the tension was kind of sucked out of the room because I never felt like he was threatened. It had like that, I don't want to say John Wick, but it had like that, he's gonna kill the next animatronic.
Well, he was a badass.
I know, but I guess I wanted.
I mean, the girl's line was, it's not that.
Yeah.
He's locked. Come on, that's what that's about. He was a badass.
Do you think they should have had less animatronics so that they could have gotten more time? Because there were 8 of them. That's a lot.
No, let's do that.
Okay. It's because some of them were kind of lame.
Well, yeah. I mean, the Mexican one that they drove over.
The Mexican frog was kind of lame. The knight with the sword was kind of lame.
Nighty Night. His name was Nighty Night. That's hilarious.
I liked Sarah Siren, and I liked her scene when they were in the little wooded area. It
was a complete ripoff of the Disney character from, what's the one with the emotions?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, you look just like her.
Yeah. I've never seen that movie.
Yeah, think what that's called.
Inside Out?
Inside Out.
I liked her character.
Totally looked like that girl.
Yeah, I liked that character. I liked the frog. I liked the scene with the frog where the frog was trying to, when the frog was trying to say that it was a good person, and then you had Nicolas Cage show up for the fight, and his timer went off, and he's just like, all right, goodbye.
Gotta get the drink. Gotta get the soda.
It was a weird movie. I liked that it didn't explain his background.
Yeah.
But I think a movie where Nicolas Cage doesn't talk is appealing. I just don't want it to be this movie because there was so much weird stuff going on. I wanted to hear Nick Cage's reaction.
No, because it would have been a bunch of bad one-liners, and
that's okay.
But they would have been delivered poorly.
All right.
He's just, I don't know, something. No, when I realized it wasn't talking, and I looked it up before I got about 20 minutes in, and I was like, yes.
I did this. So I was watching this with the wife, and because she's a Nick Cage mark, and I looked up some trivia like right when the movie was starting, and I looked over her. I said, "Oh," I was like, "Be ready," because I don't know how she was gonna react to it, and she thought it was okay. I know that we have tropes that we have to hit. I get it. Because it's a scary movie and teenagers and stuff.
Right.
this was the most forced sex scene in a.
Yeah, it went on too long too.
Well, it wasn't just that. It was just like the Terrell. He was the one who was most adamant against going in.
Right.
And then literally 2 seconds of being in there, oh yeah, let's go to the super fun room and have sex.
Well, now, in his defense, there are certain things that trumps other certain things.
And I did not care about any of the characters whatsoever.
No, I wanted them to all die horribly.
Yeah.
Horrible deaths.
What did you think of Liv or Emily Tosta? I thought she did good.
Yeah, she was fine. I thought it was I liked that she left with him at the end.
Yeah.
Although I wasn't sure if that seemed a little pedophilish or not.
No, it was like
and it was like a sidekick kind of thing.
Yeah.
Now there's if they were gonna do it, there's when he should have maybe had a line. He maybe should have said something to her on a soda, something. But I'm glad they didn't. But if they were going to do one, I probably wouldn't have been upset if at that very last second he had said something to her. You coming? Open the door for her. Or, come on. Something.
Yeah. Nick Cage said that's what brought him to the movie. He said the challenge and.
You mean he didn't have to learn any lines?
The art of it. Look, here's what I like about Nick Cage, regardless of what people say about his movies, and I'm not saying it's all artistic, choices, but he just kind of does what he wants to do and doesn't care.
Oh yeah,
and I love that.
He's a Coppola. He can do what he wants.
That's right.
He has cashed. Look, he cashed that money ticket in 30 years ago. He got on that train. He's never gotten off that train, and he ain't going to get off that train. There's no reason to.
Yeah, did you see some of the people behind the scenes that also worked on this film?
No.
So according to, and I'll mention the director's quote before I get to this other part because it might make sense. So the director, Kevin Lewis, said that he thought the movie was Pale Rider versus Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That's, in his mind, that's the movie he was making.
Good.
Makes sense. But the reason I bring that up is one of the producers was Grant Kramer, who played Mike Tobacco from Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Right. So there was a lot of weird Killer Clowns from Outer Space references here. I actually wish they would have went a little bit more heavy into the Killer Clowns from Outer Space, like with the ball pit. They could have done a lot of more cool stuff with that. And the actual, I don't know, the building being alive a little bit more. Like with the arcades and stuff like that. I would have liked a little bit more of that area. But
what was the point of the pinball machine?
I don't know.
And they actually made a point to tell us that Nick Cage improvised the dance.
I saw that.
He did one little twist. That's it. It wasn't like it was.
He did a couple little.
It was lame. I would not have admitted improvising that.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's. I thought this was good. Do you prefer this or the Banana Split?
Oh wow. Probably the Banana Splits movie, just because I have a connection with the Banana Split.
Right.
The song was in my head, and yeah, Banana Splits movie.
The song wasn't in your head? What was it?
Willy.
It's your birthday.
No, that really wasn't in my head. But I mean, the Tra-La-La song was in my head long before I watched the movie. I used to watch the Banana Splits growing up.
The other thing I wish this movie would not have done was the 2 giant exposition dumps, which I know that's, again, what we do in these films. And I liked what they were saying. I liked the idea behind the film, the demonic, the Chucky kind of thing. But it was just, because this had like a little bit of Chucky with the demonic possession, and then it had a little bit of like Night on Elm Street, because you had the community get together to make a deal, although they made it the other way.
Right.
So I liked a lot of the elements here, but it's just a little something, and that's why I think Nick Cage reactions.
It was in his face. He
Was it
acting.
though? Was it?
It's better than talking.
He had like one face the whole movie.
And now, I watched Primal first. So
Same.
that might be the reason that I was so glad he didn't talk, because I was already irritated at his acting in Primal.
I didn't think he was that terrible in Primal.
That was horrible.
I thought
It almost ruined the entire movie.
Oh no, I didn't think it was that bad.
And I know he's not a great actor, but he's pulled off some good roles. He's pulled off some I don't know, again, that Nick Cage character, like The Rock, it fits in The Rock, it fit in Con Air, it fit in some of those kind of movies, but for some reason this one, it just didn't. He didn't get to where it needed to be. It was like, all right, let me turn up Nick Cage up to 5 and not 10.
Right. Okay. Well, I actually thought for a Nicolas Cage week, I thought we hit the nail.
I didn't hate either movie, so.
Yeah, I liked both. All right enough. They both could use just a little something, just little tweaks, and they would have been great bad movies.
So The Shining references.
Yes.
Hannibal.
Yes.
One of them, the first I noticed was like, that's the Shining bathroom. The red bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Totally in the Shining bathroom. That was cool. Then another episode, I was watching it, and I knew this room. And I was like, so I looked it up, and it was the green bathroom from 237.
Oh, where the old lady is?
Yep. So they used 2 iconic rooms.
Wow.
Anyway.
Okay. No,
I don't know why I thought it was. I saw the bathroom. I thought, oh, we had a bathroom.
Yeah, I thought this was good. These are both good. And even if they're kind of I would still kind of recommend both movies to people.
With a disclaimer.
Yeah, you have to like Nick Cage.
And be alright with just having a non-thinking, real, just put the movie on and just enjoy.
Yeah.
Don't expect Academy Award performances or effects or costumes or anything. Just, I know what else I watched this week.
What else did you watch this week?
Shrek the musical.
Oh yes, you told me that.
I was looking for a musical for Samantha. We wanted to watch a musical, and I've seen Mamma Mia to death now, and we've seen Into the Woods and Annie, and now I'm out in Grease and a million times. So I just was scrolling through Netflix and found Shrek the musical and watched it. It was alright. It was kind of funny. It was interesting.
So I've seen The Greatest Showman.
Love that movie. The music. I love the music.
I was about to say, I was listening just to the music this week. Yep. That's really good music.
It's a great soundtrack. We listened to it. Amy puts it on for the kids. At lunch, we listened to music, and they both know Greatest Showman.
Yeah. That's what we were cruising around to this week.
Yep.
Or this week while we were driving around. So.
Yeah, great music.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a mediocre movie. It's okay.
The music's really good, though.
If the music wasn't as good as it was, I probably wouldn't like it. But
yeah. I'd rather just listen to the music than watch the movie.
Yeah. Well, now that I've seen the music, sure. It's kind of like Moulin Rouge in the same way. I really like the music in Moulin Rouge.
Right.
The movie, if I broke it apart, is kind of weird and silly, but
right.
Yeah.
Well, this upcoming week, as teased earlier in the movie, so we had Chekhov's gun. I told you we were going to talk about it. No. Summer movies. We're going to be the summertime. And so I got my hat on. I'm going to the beach. I'm going to have some fun. And you already know what I'm picking because I stuck with the pick I told you. I'm going to be doing Point Break, which I have never seen.
You've never seen Johnny Utah?
I've never seen Point Break. Right. So we're going to be watching Point Break. So I figured, and apparently
the original ones, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to, there's a remake?
I believe there is.
Is it, is it with Hemsworth, the younger Hemsworth?
You know what? I never really paid any attention. As soon as I heard they'd remade it, it was like, that's one of those pointless remakes. Point Break.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Reeves and Swayze. What else? Why do you need anything else?
It has Edgar Ramirez and Luke Bracey.
And Luke Bracey. That sounds familiar.
It looks familiar.
Yeah, don't know, don't care.
Yep.
Not watching it.
Not the stars of this other film.
Not watching it.
And
I don't know if it's a shot for shot or if it's. I doubt it. I'm sure they tried to update it, but
yeah. So
they're
yes.
trying to steal Bitcoin.
Oops. And an ad started. You said that you were thinking about watching Picking Point Break as well, so we were in the same mindset.
We were.
What did you?
Before I even looked up summer movies, I thought, Point Break, maybe, because I've almost picked that a couple times.
Me too.
So I was. Oh, this was a difficult one. I was trying to find an older movie then, since I knew what you were doing, a classic. Just couldn't find anything I was interested in watching. So I didn't go as far back as I was trying, but I did go back. I figured we'll finally pull it. We'll do American Graffiti finally.
Okay.
We haven't done that, right?
We've never done that. I've never seen it.
I've seen a couple of pieces, but never the whole movie.
Oh, really? Okay. I thought you had seen it.
No.
I think.
And I was being hypocritical before because I think I've always said I don't like that movie, but I don't think I've seen more than 10 minutes.
I think this is the last Lucas film I have never seen.
It's a 70s movie.
Well,
it's a 70s movie that I believe won some Academy Awards. I think it won awards.
I think it was at least nominated, if I recall correctly.
And that scares me because most 70s movies that won awards suck.
Yeah, this is. I mean, obviously, I've seen all the Star Wars. We did THX 1138. One of the first ones we did, if I remember correctly.
Right.
And so this is it. This is the last one I had not seen.
All right, that's all. Yeah, I went through so many. I was like, oh man. But I've seen there were ones that we wouldn't be able to talk about. Summer Rental, Great Outdoors.
That's the issue with summer films is there's so many comedies.
Yeah, and it's hard to talk about those that we've seen a million times. And what am I going to say about Great Outdoors? It's hilarious. It's not going to win an Academy Award, but I love John Candy. I like Dan Aykroyd in it. They annoy me with the little kid romance. I didn't need to throw the kid romance in the movie. The bear, everything's funny about it. But,
you prefer Summer Rental, though, right?
Summer Rental's great. No, love Summer Rental.
I think. I'm not going to say that. Never mind. I was going to say something.
I didn't know that. I'll tell you what I almost picked. There's another movie that I've wanted to watch for years because of how people have talked about it so badly.
Mm-hmm.
The Beach. Leonardo DiCaprio.
He makes good movies.
I think he goes on some summer excursion and finds a map or something. And supposedly